Welcome to The Push. My name's Steve Machine Curran.
And I'm Kev, Big Daddy Allwood, and we are at episode 53.
We are indeed.
Of The Push.
Yes, we are.
And do you know that coming up in less than a month, it's our anniversary. 2
Is
years.
it? Oh.
2 years of The Push.
Some marriages don't last that long, Kev.
Yeah, I know.
You know what's also coming up?
What's also coming up, Steve?
The Summer Shred.
That's right. The Push. Summer Shred 2020. It's our fourth year of running.
Our fourth year.
Yeah, now see the Push, the Summer Shred. It's a transformation
challenge.
Well, it's not really a challenge, it's more like a commitment.
Yes.
Transformation event.
We started it because back in 2017, because neither of us could get into shape.
That's right.
It seems to be a narrative that we've continued with for 3 years.
Consistency is an important trait.
It is.
Yes.
It is in life.
Yes.
So we've just launched the first promotional video for the Summer Shred 2020.
That's right.
You can check
and
it
it's
on
August.
Instagram.
It's early August. We're a week into August, and we'll be starting the 1st of September.
Yes.
It will be culminating at the beginning of December. We haven't set the date. Probably a week or so into December, right?
Yeah.
I think we should give 2 weeks for people to register their shit, send their photos in. So from the 1st of September, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And then in December, maybe...
Around my birthday, maybe.
Around the 2 week
the
19th. Around the 2 week mark, that'll be the finish line.
Yes. And so the star of the shred, the last couple of years was Peter Pellegrini.
Yes. He would be in the VIP, wouldn't he? He'd be like the Hall of Fame.
So he's already started his diet because his birthday is in the start of November or something like that. So he's already
he wants to be on point for a month sooner.
He does.
Right.
But there's going to be some new stipulations in regard to being eligible for the prizes. The
right,
big
if you've
prizes.
won it twice in a row, you're ineligible?
No, you're not ineligible, but you have to actually participate in, in the platforms.
Yes, because he didn't really participate at all.
He goes stealth.
So, yeah, Dorian, we'll call him the Shadow.
The Shadow. We should call him that.
So the Shadow would just register and then turn up at the end and blitz everyone.
Yes.
Right? So what we need...
Not much support for other
I
members.
think at least once a week is a good starting point for someone that's done zero.
Yeah.
You know, you and I are putting shit up there most days.
So are a lot of other people.
That's right, and commenting. But I think a contribution of once a week, you must maintain that.
On WhatsApp and on Facebook.
Yes,
I
on the
think so.
groups. The Push group, the Summer Shred groups.
Yeah.
Yes.
So join. You can apply to join if you're not a member. We have quite a number of members already.
But the thing is, I must point out, this transformation challenge, it's not really a challenge, but you know, this event isn't just for City Gym Sydney members.
Oh no, it's worldwide.
It's worldwide.
As is,
like our audience.
Yes.
So you are most welcome to enter the Summer Shred, right? It's basically before photo, 1st of September.
Yes.
After photo, at the end of the time, and whoever has made the
biggest transformation,
the best improvement, they get some fucking incredible prizes.
Oh, amazing.
I hear a rumor there could even be a fucking sports car as one of the prizes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you said.
I did. Yes. And so the other thing is, if you need any tips or advice on how to take a really bad before photo, Kevin,
I'm your man.
He's your man. What is the best technique? It's low down.
No, it's it's not the height of the photo. It's more your demeanor and your body hair, right?
Yeah,
and
you're gonna let that shit grow.
And your breath. So
breath
you want to
well.
You want to be unshaven
Yes.
for like a month at least.
Very sad.
So and looking like it's the worst day you've ever had on your face. You're not fucking impressed with anything.
No.
Sour.
Yeah.
A sour look. You're like, look at that face and you go, that person needs to get laid, right? That's
or at least get in shape so he can get laid.
That's right. And you gotta like let it all hang out.
But there's angles involved, isn't there?
Well, if you start mucking around with angles, then it's kind of not really that accurate. You really do need a front-on photo.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
I would be taking a front and a rear photo. You could do a side, you could do a 45, but the ones that are going to be compared is the front photo.
That's right. That's the money maker. That's the money shot.
Front photo from head to sort of knees, really. You don't have to worry about calves. They don't change much.
So you have to include the groin.
Yes,
Is that
you
a separate
should.
photo? That's a separate. That's a dick pic.
That'll be sent to the members only, the adults only.
The OnlyFans.
Fans only.
Fans. Is it fans only or OnlyFans?
Whatever the fuck it is.
Well, and I assume that angles are everything in the dick pics.
Oh, absolutely. Have you ever taken a dick pic, Steve? Of yourself? I know you've taken plenty of other
That's why I've
people's
got a
dick
whole
pics.
portfolio.
But have you ever taken one of yourself? You've got to get
course
the
I
angle
have.
of positioning right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
There's no point taking it from far away. No, you got to be fucking right in close, right on your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can give you some tips. There
Thanks
if you
for
want.
that. I appreciate that.
We can have a session afterwards if you want.
Oh, dick pics. Yeah, sounds right. We can take photos of each other.
So we can,
Compare.
fine tune it down to the right.
Is that what you call it?
the right angle, the right lighting, the right
Yeah.
amount of sweat glistening on the
Okay.
on like a strong swimmer emerging from the pool.
Right.
That's the look you want to go for.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? So the head poking out. So why don't I have images of Greg Louganis then?
What?
Greg Louganis.
He whacked his head on the diving board. What about him? What do you want to say about Greg?
Oh, no, it just came to mind then.
Oh, well, he wasn't really a swimmer.
What was he?
He was a
Diver?
diver.
Did we talk about it on a previous episode?
He did.
What?
He was like in maybe the 86 Olympics or 84 Olympics or whatever it was, maybe 90, 88, whatever the fuck it was. And he was the superstar.
Did he die?
He was a superstar. No, he died. He did a flip and fucking whacked his head on the diving board.
And then died?
I don't think he died. He would have gotten seriously fucked up though.
We need a fact checker, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We need to have a.
Because otherwise we just make shit up.
Well,
so maybe get back to us on that. If anybody wants to be our fact checker, I mean, where are the Brazilian masseuses when you need them?
they've been AWOL, mate.
I don't know. I thought they would have been at your place as babysitters for Nate.
We need them. I need them for Ace and Nate.
There is some serious news this week in that the Beirut bombing, the Beirut explosion.
Oh yeah.
That was that for anybody that didn't see it. There's a lot of pictures online, but 135 people dead, 5,000 injured,
Shit.
and it just was. What's the name of the compound? Amyl nitrate. They had stores of amyl nitrate.
Not amyl nitrate. That's what
No.
you have stores of amyl nitrate.
No, ammonium nitrate was the product which is used in fertilizer and also in explosive devices, and it had been stored there since 2014.
Yeah.
Improperly. It was actually confiscated off a Russian boat.
Oh, so it wasn't even the Lebanese fucking.
Well, the Lebanese, it was in Lebanon. It was confiscated off a Russian boat in 2014, and they've been trying to remove it, but there's some sort of legal precedent why they couldn't remove it. And it sunk a boat. It sunk a 350-foot boat in the harbour, and basically there's just a
The
big.
explosion on the land sunk a boat.
Well, it's on the port. It was on the port.
Right.
Building on the port, but it basically destroyed the port. There's a big just hole in the water now, but shattered glass 1.86 miles away.
Yeah, right. I heard it was felt 200 kilometres away.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's a long way, man. That's almost here to fucking Canberra.
Oh, you just Google Greg Louganis.
Yeah. Born 1960, Olympic diver, won gold medals at 84 and 88. Greatest diver in history.
Wow.
He's still alive,
Okay.
so he can't be dead.
Just the bump on his head didn't do a lot.
He whacked his head, yeah. Doesn't really say, but he competed at 76 even. Competed
Okay.
Olympics. 76, 80, 84, 88.
Now, I've got a new segment.
To include
in the push. Yeah, and it's called the push. Live your best life. Handy life tips.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you got some?
Yeah. Well, if you want to live your best life, as we said on the last show, the best thing to do is embrace all of our suggestions. So we talked about rectal thermometers.
That would enable one to have a very complete life.
So you'd live your best life.
Absolutely.
So,
and who doesn't want to live their best life?
I certainly do.
I do too.
So
let's hear your best tip for your best
so
life.
you're in the kitchen and you're about to cook your shred meal for the summer shred.
Yes.
and you've got a gas stove.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a gas stove?
I do.
Okay. Now, you may notice that sometimes when you turn your gas stove on, it doesn't light. Sometimes.
Yes.
Right. It's very frustrating.
I need to use a fucking one of those long
Yeah.
lighter things, or a match.
Through extensive research, I found that you have to look at the hot plate that you intend to light for it to light.
Oh, really?
If you do that, it'll light every time, straight away.
I'm not so sure about that, Steve.
If you're looking at the wrong hot plate, it won't light.
What about if you're intending on turning on, say, the back right hot plate?
Yes.
But you turn the wrong dial. That back right hot plate will never ignite.
It will if you look at it correctly.
Right.
No, I've because my process in the morning when I first go down before I have the cold shower is I turn all 4 hot plates on to warm the kitchen up a little bit.
Right.
And I find
Is that economical?
no, not really. My gas bill's fucking ridiculous. But I have to. I look. It's part of my process and a handy tip for
Young players out there.
look at the hot plate that you intend to light, and your life will be much easier. I guarantee that you're going to do that now and think of me.
Look, Steve, I don't know if that really qualifies as a tip to live your best life.
No?
No.
Well, it saves a lot of frustration. Anyway, do you have any? Because I
Okay.
think that's a segment we need to keep in here.
Well, you could have given me a bit of notice
Sorry, bro.
if we had a new segment, all right? No, but best believe I will come prepared next week for
Okay.
next week's episode. Live your best life. I'm sure
Yeah.
I could come up with a few during the course of this podcast.
All right. Well, listeners need to know. Do you
Live your best life.
Yeah.
I better make a note of live your best life.
Do you just on the COVID thing, because I think we've all lost a bit of interest. So I've had 2 clients cancel on me because of they're concerned about COVID.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
No, they're concerned that they've had it and they cancel because they have to get tested or they're trying to get tested.
They think they have had it.
Well, they're not sure, but they might have been to a hotspot.
Right.
The reason I say this is because one of them didn't bother to get tested and afterwards said it was nothing. I just had a bit of a sniffle.
Well, that could be the case.
The other one is was actually called from the government saying she'd been at a hotspot and she needs to get tested. So it's legit.
So has
Now-
she done so?
She has. So she cancelled on me. Now my question is, I didn't charge them for the cancellations. How many COVID excuses do you get before you start charging people so if they have another COVID excuse to cancel,
No, they only get one.
I think so. They get one COVID excuse.
But that excuse, if they say, look, I need to cancel until I get my results back, that covers several sessions.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
But you
yes,
can't
yes.
do that weekly.
No.
I mean, what are you doing?
Unless the results haven't come back yet.
Or you're just, you're actually, you're a bug chaser. You know what a bug chaser is?
Someone that tries to get the illness?
Yeah.
So you don't spit in each other's mouths and stuff?
Well, funnily you should say that because apparently during the HIV era,
Yes.
there were people that
Oh, right.
intentionally
Really?
wanted to get the disease.
Even when it was a fucking killer?
Well, probably, yeah, maybe.
Nah.
No, Google bug chaser, not now, but Google bug chaser, and you'll see that actually some people want
I thought a bug chaser were those people that like pin butterflies to the wall.
yeah, I
with a
don't know,
corkboard or
they've
something.
got another name.
Entomologists or something.
Losers.
You're
Yeah.
dissing my butterfly collection.
Speaking of artwork,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I am the proud recipient of another piece. I got inked yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes. I better show
That sounds very manly.
better
doesn't
show
it,
the
Inks?
people.
Yeah, just watch the chair. It's better.
What have you
Yeah.
done here? All right.
Yeah, be careful. So it's on his dick, and it says, it's just enough for one letter.
So it's that,
Yeah, it's very cool.
and it goes around to the bottom, around.
Yes.
Right around. Yes. It's look, it's it is known as tamoko.
Oh, it's a good name.
Tamoko means the tattoo, basically. It's
Okay.
the Maori tattoo.
Yeah.
I am not a fucking. I'm not. What's the word?
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I'm not doing a cultural appropriation. I'm not no fucking Robbie fucking Williams.
Can you get some?
Robbie Williams went to the POM and goes to New Zealand, likes the look of the tattoos. He's got Māori tattoos on his shoulder.
Really?
On his arm, yeah. And that's not right.
No.
You know.
He's
not even a Kiwi. At least I'm a New Zealander and I actually have some Māori blood. So I'm...
1/16.
That's why I got 1/16 of my body tattooed, right? Yeah. But...
yeah, looks good.
the thick outlines of each segment, right, are done with 18 needles on the.
That's maximum thickness, is it?
I don't know if it's maximum, but that's pretty fucking thick.
Yeah.
And they're known as mana lines. All right.
Okay.
Do you know what mana is?
How would I know?
You might know. Mana is like power, prestige, honor.
Right.
It's like a authority. You know, a person or a thing can have mana,
Right.
and the mana must be respected.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like
It's like a chief would have
street cred.
Yes, but more than that,
Dignity.
It's almost spiritual. Like the chief of a village back in the day would have had the most mana, and it's an authority. It's just a prestige, right?
Right.
So
Okay.
I also think that back when the Māori were fighting with each other, if they killed someone that had a particularly high mana, it's like a powerful warrior.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would eat them to try and
Really.
take the mana from their dead warrior and have it in themselves.
Yeah. Okay.
They believe that it's like almost a supernatural sort of a essence.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Painful.
That was painful. Yes, the most painful parts were the parts closest to the bone. So, yeah, the ankles, by the Achilles, and also by the shin bone. So where there's a bit of meat there, it wasn't so bad.
Right. Yeah. And now the question is, are you going to get more? Go up the leg?
I don't know. I'm not in any hurry.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll go up the leg. I like that how it is. I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with it. I mean, and in fact, I'm stoked with it. It's fucking great, majestic. I love it. And the artist's name is Tuta Tuheki, a Māori from a Kiwi, but he's been in Australia for about 18 years. He's been tattooing for 17 years. Before that, he was a carver, a wood carver.
Oh, right.
Contract carver in New Zealand. So he'd carve big design, like panels for, Maori meeting houses and stuff like that, or for like an art gallery or something that might commission him to do a piece.
Does he do the
Traditional? No, it's electric. Fucking.
No, I know that. I know he didn't do that on you, but does he do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't ask. I don't think so.
Okay. And what's the name of the tattoo studio? Where was it? DY?
Yeah, he was in DY. I'm not sure. I can tell you the name of it.
Okay.
But I have to look it up.
That's all right. We'll leave that.
Moko Mania.
Moko. Oh, so
Moko is.
Oh, he mainly does that stuff.
I asked him. He does do traditional regular tattoos, but not a lot. He has done them, but this is his speciality.
And what he likes doing. He's passionate about. Yeah. That's what you want, isn't it? You want someone who is passionate about that.
He is, and he sat down with me and spoke to me for about at least an hour before we began to just get a feel for me and what's going on in my life and what I've been through and a bit of background.
Yeah, that's cool.
So he wants to understand the story of the person before he puts his mark on them, so he can transfer sort of the emotions and the fucking get the story in there.
That's not the case with most tattooers, is it?
I don't think so. No.
I
want that tiger off the wall, and
when I got that rose with a cross behind it,
yes.
when I was 21,
yes,
there was none of that.
No. And he once he finished it, he spoke some Māori words to me, right?
Right.
Like he was almost doing a
blessing it sort of thing.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool.
He got me to say some of them back to him, but I can't remember what they were. And
that's cool.
Yeah, and growth, harmony, and strength is what he's put into that design.
That's
Yeah.
Man, that's really cool.
It is. It is. It's like
Yeah.
it's more than just a bit of fucking ink on the skin. You know, I think if I'd gone and got a tattoo at 20, it wouldn't be like this.
Oh, it'd be like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
It would have been a panther or a fucking sword or something.
Some gnarly shit from off the wall.
I thought about back then. I was a big Ice Cube fan. Still am. I thought about getting Ice Cube on my arm when I was
bad
about.
idea.
I know. I didn't. But you know, that would have been the extent of it back then.
Having said that, like I don't really regret any of mine. They all signify
a time in your life, an event or something.
Yeah. I got this. There's a stupid tribal star thing on the back of my head.
Oh yeah.
Which is a bit average, and I'm just glad that was late 90s, mid to late 90s when I moved to Sydney in 97, and when big, heavy black tribal tattoos were popular.
Oh, aren't you glad you never got any
that's
of
the thing.
that?
Well, that was the style, but I never went any further.
See, yeah, right. I looked at actually. I got a couple of the fake ones like that,
right.
to go to like a dance party or something,
yeah,
and had them for that night,
right.
And people were like, "Oh, that's cool. You should get that." I'm like,
fuck that.
No, I don't think I want that on me forever.
If you notice, a lot of guys now have tried to colour around them and put more detail because they're such heavy black.
And you know what? It dates you.
For sure. That's the 90s tattoo.
Yeah.
That's the 90s tattoo.
And I think some of them look really bad.
Oh, they're terrible.
Some dudes have like both arms.
Oh, it's terrible.
You know.
Flex Wheeler. Did
he get that style?
He's both his arms are covered like that.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, unfortunately. Look, I think some tattoos look great. Some tattoos are not so good.
That's Flex Wheeler got them done just after he'd retired from competing, and I really think he did them. I think that's what happens. Do you know
I actually listened to a podcast where he was the guest. You should listen to it, even though you don't like Mark Bell that much. It's on Mark Bell's Power Project.
Okay.
And they interview
Flex Wheeler,
and it's a great podcast.
Okay.
He actually is quite a good speaker.
Yeah.
And he's really honest and upfront because obviously he's had his leg amputated.
Yeah.
So he talked about that. He talked about his demons, all his insecurities and stuff that he had throughout the time he was competing.
Yeah. No, I read his book.
Oh, you've read his book. Okay.
It's called Flex Appeal.
There's probably echoes of that in the interview.
Yeah, but a lot of other shit went down since then. Hence his health issues.
Yeah, and it's it was a great podcast.
Okay, I'll check it out.
He had a few phrases that he used too. There was one, he said, some of the people that competed back then or trained were all about the glitz and the glory, whereas he was more about the grit and the gory.
Oh, I don't agree
with that.
Well, not when you compare him to Dorian Yates.
That's true.
I mean,
Dorian Yates is more gory.
There's another level, man.
Yeah,
that's actually, if anyone, because he broke his neck.
Who did?
Flex Wheeler. Flex Wheeler broke his neck speeding in, I think it was Dr. Dre's car.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe his own car. It was at a party or something with Dre and Snoop back in the day. And because he was actually the glam and the glitz. That's what he was 100% doing, like hanging out.
Right.
Chris Cormier as well.
Yeah.
Cormier, as you know, had a huge reputation for partying. And isn't that interesting that he's trying to portray himself as the grinder? He had the reputation of just coasting on his genetics.
Yes.
Him and Paul Dillard as well.
Yeah.
And Dillard especially not training hard. It's interesting with Dillard how. So Paul Dillard, for anybody who doesn't know, was one of the freakiest bodybuilders ever. Tiny waist, ridiculously cartoonish proportions. So he runs the WBFF. We talked about that before. So multi-millionaire now.
Yes.
Skinny, suited up, just balling.
No body, no physique,
nothing at all.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I met someone who had competed in the WBFF.
Didn't know who they were.
Knew who Paul Dillett was. Knew him.
Right.
Did not know he used to be a big freaky bodybuilder.
Wow.
I showed this. It was a girl. I can't remember who it was. I showed her photos of him, and she was like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know he used to look like that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flex Wheeler had some demons, didn't he? Molested as a child, a young man by a woman.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How old was he?
Yes, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. See, you get to a certain age, is it really molestation?
Well, legally in the eyes of the law, it is.
Okay. Okay, let's even
I think it
frame
was
that.
young. I think it was young.
Let's even frame that. Okay,
For 16.
The legal age of consent in America is 18. Okay.
Oh, okay.
In Australia and New Zealand it's 16. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I know for me personally, when I'm from about the age of about 13, 14, I was trying my hardest to get laid.
Really?
Fuck yeah. And had a poor attempt at age 15.
Yeah,
didn't really work. 16 is when I lost my virginity. Okay. In America that would be fucking illegal, right?
Is it illegal if it's with someone your own age?
Do not know the answer.
Right.
The point
is it
if I was keen on one of my teachers when I was 16, right?
Is it illegal if it's with a sheep?
There's no legal.
Oh, there's no legal statute there.
No, there's no bestiality laws in New Zealand.
Oh, so you can just run them up. Oh, I'm surprised you. Oh, okay. This is losing virginity to a human.
Oh yes, yeah.
The sheep was.
No, I got the Velcro gloves and the extra.
What's the Velcro gloves for?
Hold on.
The
sheep.
Okay.
They can't get away.
I didn't know that. So it's a Kiwi.
It's a rite of passage. You get them at 13. Yeah. That's a birthday
You
present.
could have had a chat to your mate to tell us about that. Shit. That's what you were talking about for an hour beforehand. Sharing sheep fucking stories.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, sorry, we digress. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, losing your...
So,
16.
at 16, I had a 22-year-old physics teacher.
Right.
And she was pretty tasty. And I was... if she'd have put the moves
Oh,
on me,
yeah.
I would have been
100%.
100%. And I wouldn't have told a soul. And I would have kept that shit going for as long as I could. I would have gone crying to the fucking headmaster and said, I got raped.
I don't think it's the kids that throw the teacher under the bus. I think it's the parents find out.
Right.
But again, if I had a boy, like let's say
it's a different story. I know what you're going to say. It's a completely different ball.
So if Jacob or any of the boys come to you when they're 15, 16 and say, Dad, I've been banging this teacher. What do you say? What do you say?
You know, I'd have to give him a pat on the back.
Yeah.
I'd have to see the teacher first.
Yeah, right.
And then it has to be female.
Oh, well, may not be. May not be.
I wouldn't be.
Oh, that's a good point.
If I were a man taking advantage of my 15-year-old son, I would be fucking furious.
But it's hypocritical, isn't it?
No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is, but it's a different fucking...
Different ball game. Literally.
Isn't it? It's definitely a ball game.
That's a paradox, though, isn't it? Because, or conundrum. Because if the sexes were changed... On either side, like if my daughter, if Bianca came to me and said, "Oh, you know, I've been having an affair with a teacher," I'd want to kill him.
Yes.
But
what if she'd been having an affair with a female teacher?
I would still think that was inappropriate. I would.
But it's a different emotion, right?
Different. No, it wouldn't be. No, because
No, it's not the same. I know it's not. But it's a comparable comparison with my son and the male or female teacher. But it's not as severe in your mind, is it?
Yeah,
she'd been fiddling with a female teacher who'd been having a bit of a kiss and a cuddle with her, or a male teacher had been. Oh yeah, you know.
It's a weird.
Look, I don't care what anyone says. It's different for boys and girls. A girl, you know, a 16-year-old boy, he knows what the fuck he's doing most of the time. A 15 or 16-year-old girl is very vulnerable to an older man. Yeah. I should know because I've been a man in my 20s.
Yeah.
And if you're in your 20s or in your 30s, you've got a hell of an advantage over someone that's a teenager still.
For sure.
Mentally.
Yes. But again, so is a...
My sister was 15 and hooked up with a 25-year-old.
I think I remember you saying that.
Yeah, my parents were not happy.
No. Even if it's... This is the law
didn't get involved though.
But the thing is, even if it's of legal age, let's say the kid's 18 and they're hooking up with a 25-year-old, it's still a bit wrong.
No, that's fine.
I lived with a girl who was...
I was 25 and was with an 18-year-old.
So was I. Not the same one.
Not the same one.
Well, it might have been.
No, I don't think so.
I was 25 and living with an 18-year-old. She was...
But that's fine.
It's not really.
It is fine.
Well, all right, so
it's only a few years.
Okay, so your daughter. Let's think about this. Let's reframe this. So your daughter, who's 17, 18, and she's hanging out and going out and getting picked up by a 25-year-old guy. How do you feel about that?
Look, the younger they are, the worse it is. But at 18, that's fucking...
Oh, it's legal?
You can vote, you can fucking...
Go to war?
I really don't think you got much of a leg to stand on to argue the case against that if they're 18.
No,
right?
no.
Even though that's 2 years into the legal age bracket, you know? 16 is
I
legal.
I know the logistics. I know it's legal, but I just think from an ethical standpoint, it's a very different than a 30-year-old dating a 40-year-old.
An 18-year-old woman can look 25.
Oh, absolutely.
If they are mature, physically mature, and girls mature emotionally faster than men, I don't actually see that there's much wrong with that.
I think there's a girl working at the counter.
30 though, 18 and 35.
Yeah,
that's a bit of a problem.
Okay, so there's a girl at the that works at the counter at City Gym who's 18, and quite confident.
Right.
Do you know the one I mean?
No.
All right. So she works there now. She's very confident. Quite sassy.
She's new.
She's new, right? And some of the guys flirt with her, and it just creeps me out.
Oh,
she's a kid. To me, she looks like a kid.
How old are the people flirting with her?
Oh, all right, just an average. I mean, and
how does she handle that flirt?
Oh, she's quite. As I say, she's confident and can sort of.
She understands it's just a playful flirt, though.
Well, I don't know if it is.
Is it? Well,
she deflects it anyway.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I just. Yeah, it's you can get into all sorts of.
If I was 25 going to that gym and there was an 18-year-old girl on the counter, I'd be flirting with her.
Yeah,
trying to pick her up. 18, 19, 20. What's the difference? There's no difference, man.
Okay.
Everyone's getting laid at that age.
I'm not.
You're not that age. You're twice as old as that. You should be getting twice the action.
You think?
Right?
Yeah. Is that how it works? Is that how it's working for you?
I think it's half. You're twice the age, you get half the action.
Yeah,
not
it's less.
Yeah. I'm not getting nothing. I'm fucking post-baby
trauma.
Action, not the lack of action.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's right.
That's right. You can have a rest.
Comes with the territory.
You can have a rest, man. You've done enough, produced enough babies for the moment. Oh, so on that, have you researched what is it called?
What are you talking
Where
about?
you get a snip?
Oh, a vasectomy.
Yeah.
I have not.
Okay. You better do it quickly. You'll be back in action soon.
Yeah.
Number 3 by Jade.
Yeah, I don't need 6 children, mate.
Oh well, why stop now? I was looking at that girl training today, and I said to you, there's nothing sexier than a sexy girl, a hot girl training hard. Well, there is something sexier, like having sex with a hot girl, but if that's not an option, well, no, of course.
No, it's good to see.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Girls that not only look good but are putting in the effort in the gym. Because it's a rare thing, to be honest.
You know, that particular girl, as a general sort of societal...
They say she's too big.
Yeah,
Too
you and I think she looked great, but I think that wouldn't be the consensus on a general population.
She
was solid.
She wasn't roided up or too lean. She wasn't even particularly lean either.
No.
Curvy.
Yes.
Big butt.
Yes.
Big old ass.
She was training hard. She was training hard. You know, she was holding
those lunges with a plate above her head,
and it wasn't a fucking 5 kilo.
She doesn't stop for the whole hour or so.
You know, she trains. It's admirable.
Yeah.
It's worth complimenting her.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. You do that without getting slapped or getting.
She'd have a decent slap on her too.
She'd have a decent.
She put her hips into it.
Yeah, she put those hips into it.
Mm-hmm. So I trained with Steve today. Yeah, I put an appearance in at City Gym.
Yeah, you dodged Monday, didn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't available Monday. I can't remember why.
Yeah,
there was a reason.
It's big enough.
What the fuck was the reason? There was a reason.
He needed to train later or something, and I couldn't train later. So he just didn't train.
That's right.
Yeah. Let's see how that works out for you.
That chest's big enough.
Yeah, so we had a good workout. You think?
Yeah, see, I don't work at City Gym anymore, but every now and then I put an appearance in with the man, the myth, the machine. Steve Curran, the legend.
Didn't deadlift today.
Didn't deadlift today.
No, posterior chain was a bit.
Yeah, what was that for? Sore.
Well, we went hard on hamstrings.
Is that from legs?
Yeah, went hard on hamstrings on Wednesday.
Yeah, I could have done it, but I didn't do it. I didn't do deadlifts because of my shin, my tattoo. I didn't want to scrape the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
No, I was pretty beaten up.
You know, you're not supposed to exercise the day after you get a tattoo either.
There's all sorts of things. You're not supposed to go in the water. You're not supposed to. Probably not supposed to jump in the ocean on Sunday, but we're going to do it.
Maybe you can hold me upside down and just dunk my head under. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave the ankle, leave
Get
the leg out.
Big Phil to do that.
Oh, gee, I bet you'd like that.
But you both like that. Give their speedos, one with the peaches. All the ones that say I love Dick.
Yeah, I love Dick.
He's a funny guy. Phil, follow his Instagram, Phil Alexander. Do you follow him?
No.
You should. It's very funny.
Okay.
Has some very funny comments. Speaking of comments, so Maz, one of the other new girls at the gym, came up to me and said, "Oh, I just realised," because I think she's seen us training together. She said, "You're the podcast guys." So she said she can't remember how she found us, but she'd been watching us over COVID.
Yes.
For entertainment.
Yeah, we actually have a legit fan that wasn't someone that knew us beforehand.
That we begged to listen.
Yeah.
So that was
beat them into listening.
Yes. So that was pretty cool. Thanks, Maz. Yeah. Got anything else? Or are you just going to twiddle your thumbs?
I noticed I had this little lump on my thumb, right? And I'm thinking, like, fuck, is that a wart?
Genital warts.
I'm like, I've never had warts before. Well, not on my thumb. No, I've never had warts anywhere else either. Have you had warts?
Well, it's funny you should say that because the Maori girl, we did a real Maori thing this time.
Mm-hmm.
The Maori girl that I discussed on a previous episode,
yes.
I used to work with in the office. When we split up, for me to start, when people, you probably do the same thing. When you change relationships, especially when you're younger and you don't have a lot of morals around dating.
Overlap? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, you always got one hand. It's like a ladder. You've always got. You never take one hand off until you've got another hand off.
You take both hands off.
You never
still got one hand hanging on.
Absolutely.
That's right. I like to sort of describe that as a bit of relationship overlap.
Yes.
Before you're sure that the next one is going to be the one, there's still a little bit of trickle down effect from the previous.
Exactly. Trickle down. Yeah. So that's a polite way of putting it.
Yes.
So some will call it cheating.
No, it's not cheating because you haven't really
disengaged,
forged the new relationship.
No. So basically, you're just you're basically having your cake and eating it.
Well, no, I don't think it's that. I think it's more that you don't want to fuck something. You don't want to fuck it up, right?
No.
You don't want to like ban the first one and commit to the second one, and to find out they're a fucking nutcase,
then you're left with
right?
nothing.
Then you got nothing. There's got to be a bit of a
segue. A segue.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So this was the case with the Maori girl who didn't take kindly to the segue.
Yes.
So I got a phone call from her a couple of weeks into this post segue,
right,
saying, "Oh look, I've just been to my doctor and it's confirmed that I've got genital warts."
Oh.
Yeah. And of course I freaked out and went to the doctor and said, "My ex has told me that she's had genital warts. How do I know I've got them?" She said, "Well, do you have warts on your genitals?" And I said, "No." He said, "We don't have them."
Right. So does she have warts?
She didn't have them. No, it was a fucking.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Just to fuck with me.
Yeah. It worked.
That's pretty good. That's quite good.
Yeah. So
but would a female have them on the interior walls or something?
I assume so.
Jesus, that can't be much fun.
No.
Extra fucking. Like it's like a
extra like nodules to.
Yeah. That's right.
For extra friction, maybe.
Yeah, for your pleasure.
Oh.
Do warts get pussy?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But the good news was I didn't have any.
Right.
So there's a lesson for you there.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I had on my thumb, I don't even know what it was. It's kind of gone now. There was like this little.
Yeah.
It's not even there anymore. So.
Do you self-diagnose?
Self-diagnose what?
Yeah. Prostate cancer. No, I didn't.
Of course. Doesn't everyone? I thought everyone did that.
No, are you bad for Googling your symptoms?
I don't really have symptoms.
Not when you do. Like if you have...
Very occasional.
Okay. Yeah.
I might look it up. No, I don't think I do actually. Like I don't even get sick, mate.
No, nor do I. Since I came off steroids, I don't either. No, I used to get colds and flus all the time.
I had like a 24, 40, 36 hour bout of gastro maybe 5 years ago. It's probably the last time I was sick. I was in bed vomiting and shitting for fucking a day.
Last episode you told me that you were you had an ongoing
that doesn't count.
Shitting yourself.
No, I'm not
constantly
shitting myself. Just had a case of like
diarrhea.
Powerful explosive like diarrhea type shit first thing in the morning. But that's actually not happened for a couple of weeks.
So let's continue.
Since I've been basically
just
carnivore.
eating flesh.
Yeah.
And but you still don't think your colon is like completely blocked now?
No.
By meat?
No. I'm a regular.
It often does get jammed with meat.
I'm a
colon.
Does it get up that far?
I don't know.
I'm a daily shitter. Yeah.
Well, so you should be.
Yeah, but that's not.
Oh, that's the t-shirt you're getting.
Proves that I'm not congested.
Well, it depends on the consistency
with meat.
It depends on the consistency.
The byproduct.
Oh, we always get back to that. Don't we? Fucking hell. No, I don't mean
What do you mean?
The poo habits, the poo voice.
We're not talking about the poo voice, but you fucking brought it up, right?
So I've got to do I'm supposed to do the 440 tomorrow. With Kane's going to do it and Dean's going to do it. And I think Italian Joel's going to do it as well.
Oh, really?
And I still haven't researched if there's an available toilet for me to go to before 5 a.m.
Where do they start?
Bronte Beach.
Oh.
Opposite, near at the bottom of the cutting there. So I don't know. I'm going to have to research. I have to Google if there's toilets available. They're not open at prior to 5 a.m. though.
You need to try. Maybe what if you got up a little bit earlier at home so it'd give you enough time to
get up at 3:45.
Get the movement happening.
Yeah.
Have a black coffee straight away,
and maybe an enema.
Who needs friends when you have enemas?
Oh, no, is that a thing? Did you make that up? Did you just make that up then?
I didn't. I've heard it before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's quite good.
I also have another piece of news for you, Steve.
Okay, is this a tip for better life?
It's not. Or maybe you could count it as a tip for better life. I'm now down to one phone.
Oh fucking hell! About fucking
one phone.
Yeah,
one phone. I was carrying around two phones for a year.
For a year.
The thing was. The phone, it's like the relationship overlap, Steve.
The segue.
Right? Yeah, so I got the new phone, right?
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah. Good analogy.
I couldn't give up the old phone.
Why though?
Until I transferred like all the warts.
All the porn.
I couldn't, all the data, I needed to back up the data from the first phone to the cloud or to a computer, right?
Yeah.
So that when I get the new phone, well, I had the new phone, but then I could reload or whatever the fuck you call it, all the data back into the new phone.
This process is incredibly simple, by the way. Like you're explaining it like it's brain surgery.
Well, it's not that simple because the old phone wouldn't fucking back up. Okay. Right? For 2 years, I had that phone with no backups.
Right.
Finally, I managed to get it backed up.
Okay.
Right. I don't go down that.
No, I'm not.
Right. So that was just like last week, and so I took the SIM card out. Put it in the new phone, but I can't get all the fucking data from the cloud onto my new phone.
You never can.
I thought you said it's relatively simple.
It is simple, but you always seem to lose data.
So it's not even giving me the option to do it when I try and go into setup and go into the settings and all that shit. It's not offering me that.
No, it's a fucking pain, man.
I have to go
changing phones.
You know what? I have to go and see the fucking geniuses.
Oh, fuck the geniuses. You gotta wear a mask when you go as well.
Oh, that's right. I'll wear a mask. I don't
Any
mind.
particular one?
Can I borrow your GIMP mask?
Yeah. It's.
So I have one phone now. You'll be pleased to know.
I am pleased with that.
So all my WhatsApp and my regular texting and the phone calls and everything's on it, and Instagram is all on the one phone.
So what was the process before?
Well, I'd put WhatsApp on the new phone, right?
Right.
Which takes it off the old phone. You can't have it on two devices.
Sure.
It won't let you.
No.
So I would WhatsApp you on the new phone,
Right.
but there was no SIM card in there, so I'd have to hotspot that from the old
That's
phone
ridiculous.
to get
You did that for a year.
to get an internet connection. Yeah. Anyway, it's all done now. You can fucking relax now.
Oh, I'm relaxed. I was just bemused why you took it so long.
You know, there was benefit to it. I could listen to, say, music on one phone from one phone,
Yes.
and use the other phone to film you fucking squatting or something, and not listen to music.
Yeah, that's
right?
valid.
Also, I could put the fucking Google Maps on one phone and have music from the other phone
Uninterrupted.
playing in the car, uninterrupted, with that fucking female voice telling me to turn left in 300 meters.
Yeah.
I hate that. I just watch the picture and know when to turn left.
Oh, I see. I need the girl to tell me
Right.
because I have no sense of direction.
Oh, but you're fucked.
Pretty much. Yeah, no, I can't. I get lost even with Google Maps because I get confused.
I think you might be like half a tard.
I'm not full retard. I can go full retard.
Just half a tard.
I can go full retard. Like the movie. What's the movie? Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. That's a good movie.
Wouldn't get made today. Blackface. No way.
Yeah.
In fact, Robbie Downey Jr. He was. You saw the podcast with Rogan.
Yes.
He was really hesitant even talking about the blackface.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was he hesitant to take the role?
No. Talk about it in retrospect.
I get what you're saying, but
No. I just think he does. I think he's embarrassed about the role now.
fucking hell.
That's Hollywood. There's so.
Jesus Christ. It's art. All right. It was fucking brilliant. Who cares?
Well, a lot of people care.
Do they really?
Oh, absolute man. Have a chat with my 12-year-old. You can't do what we used to do. We used to be able to go to fancy dress as Mr. T.
Yes.
If you did that now, you'd be pilloried.
What about if you did it, Mr. T, but you didn't actually put any colour on you? You just went with your normal.
Well, I'm a white guy pretending to be Mr.
Yeah,
T.
you wear a fucking singlet and like 20 chains
Right.
and shave a mohawk into your head.
One of my clients is a high executive of some American firm, and a lot of companies have on Fridays, you see Mufti Day, right?
Yes.
Well, they wear like Tropical Day in Queensland as well. It's called Tropical Friday,
Right.
where you wear Hawaiian
shirt.
shirts. Can't call it Hawaiian shirts.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm serious. Can't refer to them as Hawaiian shirts. Cultural appropriation.
Oh, fuck off.
This is the world we're living in now.
I'm still calling it a Hawaiian shirt. I've got a Hawaiian shirt and I love it.
Yeah, they're good.
I bring it out on like New Year's Day or
Yeah, that's what you do.
Christmas Day.
That's what
or
you
something.
do.
Yeah.
And then you know, on other days you wear a big Mexican hat when you drink your tequila.
Sombrero.
And beer. Sombrero, that's the word.
Oh, is that cultural appropriation as
Oh,
well?
you can't be doing that, man.
Next time make it you can't drink tequila.
You can't go to a party or Halloween dressed as a Mexican.
I'm going to.
We should.
Can you have a Mexican themed night?
No,
Where you have Mexican food
probably
and
not.
fucking Mexican hats.
Not if you're white.
And playing on the music and
Tequila. No, probably not.
Fuck off.
I agree.
What you do in the privacy of your own home, you can fucking do whatever
It's
you want.
ridiculous. Completely.
Can I dress up as a Mexican hombre with fucking double bullet fucking vest thing, you know, those straps of bullets
The only
and guns,
thing-
and for role play at night with my missus?
What?
For role play, I'll be like Sanchez, and I'll give her a dirty Sanchez.
Is that what Jade likes?
No, I just made that up then. But why couldn't I do that?
Well, you could, in the privacy of your own home, you could do that. But from my understanding, you just dress up as schoolgirls, don't you?
That would mean yeah, I dress up as a schoolgirl.
That's
That
what
would mean you shouldn't really do accents then either.
You can't do anything except be if you're
hombre, gringo. You can't do
That's
that.
terrible. Well, you shouldn't do that. if you're a white middle-aged straight guy,
Yes. Well,
you can't do.
You're most of those things.
You can't do any of that shit.
Right.
You can't.
Fuck. What is this world we're living in, Steve?
I don't know.
I'm definitely going to come up with some tips to live your best life after this conversation.
Yeah. So Halloween is a very it's a very fraught subject. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's tough.
Okay. I dress up as a woman one Halloween.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I think women are fair game still.
Okay, but isn't that like fucking with trannies? Sorry, trans.
Well, you can
trans.
if you want to fuck with trannies, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you.
I'm not taking a leaf out of your book, Steve.
I'm not going to judge you.
But isn't that like cultural appropriation of the LGBTQ? If you do that,
LGBTQI
or whatever, ABC, XYZ.
Good point. Yeah, I mean, are you in dressing or no? Well, then are you cross-dressing?
That's what it is, really.
Well, is cross-dressing and being trans are two different things.
Okay.
Do you need to explain? Like cross-dressing.
Look, I know you don't have to tell me. Cross-dressing is what you do.
That's right.
Transitioning is what you want to do.
That's right. Of course. Thank you for clarifying that for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't get the whole dressing up as a woman thing for sexual.
You can never put on a pair of stockings and
well, I used to
made a hole in the front and pulled your dick out and gone to town on your missus.
No, that sounds very detailed to me, man. I think you're talking from experience.
Possibly.
What the fuck?
Possibly.
Have you done it?
No, I haven't.
You haven't, you freak. Here am I thinking
that's hardly freakish.
What the fuck? You have done it. That's so weird.
I'm just saying that as an example.
And why?
I have a descriptive.
More to the point, why wouldn't you just wear suspenders? Then you don't have to cut a hole in your stockings.
That's true. Have you? Can I borrow yours?
No, I told you I used to do as part of our finale in our band. We used to play Sweet Transvestite, and I would go backstage, change, and come out with corset and suspenders on and things like that. Some of the finest years of my life.
Yes, fond memories.
Yeah.
Are those memories like vivid still?
No, they're not really. No, this is when I was 18, 19.
Yeah, but you don't have the vivid memories of getting changed and running back out on stage?
When I actually mentioned it then, I had a flashback. It was girls would always be lending me their bras and things like that. So it's good. I got to see a few more titties.
Got your hand in girls.
Yeah. That's well, I remember, playing in a band is the best, especially when you're the singer.
Yeah.
It's just there's this structure. I don't think there's this
hierarchy.
Well, yeah, and the singer is at the top.
Yes, that's right.
And it's
then would come the lead guitarist probably, and drummers down a bit lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flautist is right down the bottom.
Yeah, they're not getting anything.
No, I started using the flute on themselves.
Yeah. But there was some good times. Could reminisce about them it was just a lot of girls lose their shit over boys in bands. And the girls that we used to hang around with, they really like guys with long hair.
Right.
So
that's why you grew it.
Yeah. Well, it's just that was the look we all wanted to have. You know? Like,
well, mate, 80s. It was 80s, early 90s.
Early 90s.
Long hair was the fucking. I watched a Kurt Russell movie the other night on TV, and he had that long fucking
mullet thing,
mullety.
Yeah.
Buffed up mullet thing.
Yeah.
He had the patch over one eye. His name was Snake.
That's Escape from New York.
Yeah. L.A.
Wasn't the first one Escape from New York?
Might have been. This was a sequel, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
But you know that whole long hair thing. That was the goal.
That's right.
For a young man like me who was
did you grow your hair?
Losing my hair, it was desperately hard to get to that.
So what age were you?
I had a bit of a mullet.
What age did you start losing your hair?
Late teens, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it was devastating.
Because your dad's still got a full head of hair, isn't he?
No.
Oh, really? Did he have a hat on?
No.
Did he have a cape on? I can't remember. No. I don't remember him being particularly bald.
He's got more than I have, but he's lose lots.
So he doesn't shave it off, though, does he?
He has it really clipped short on the sides.
Yeah, that would be stressful.
Yeah, it wasn't part of the plan.
Oh, it wouldn't be, would it?
No.
I had quite luxurious locks.
Yes.
And I had quite long hair because I wanted to go for that. I saw Conan the Barbarian. I wanted to be jacked and it was also the time of the Chippendales.
Yes. So they get a lot of pussy.
Yeah. So, and that look, I used to go for that image when I got lean. That's the only thing. I cut my hair off too early. by the time I'd actually figured out how to diet properly and get lean, I'd already cut the hair off. So I should have maximised that.
Yes, you could have been.
I had very long hair, like down way down.
Could have been like Bret the Hitman Hart. Remember that wrestler? He had long hair.
No, I don't remember him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like
The Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be your style.
Don't WWE. Man, did you watch that shit?
I watched WWF when it was WWF back in the 80s when I was a schoolboy.
The World Wildlife Federation.
They had to change it because of
That's
that.
right.
They were called the World Wrestling Federation.
Never got into it. I could never suspect. How did you? You knew it was fake.
Yeah, but it was still fun. Like,
was it?
I remember at school we'd get the high jump crash pads, push them out of the little storage room into the middle of the gymnasium, the basketball gym at school, and then like wrestle each other, us, me and my mates. And it would like, there'd be we'd try and do suplexes and headlocks and
it's amazing someone doesn't fucking
punch each other on the fucking leg like that. Huh?
Amazing someone doesn't hurt themselves.
Yes, that's right. It is amazing because you can definitely hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You know, we had clothes on.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
So yeah, no, I never got into it. I mean, and now that when you watch MMA now in the UFC, you just you can't go back to it. No, you can't go back to watching.
No. Well, it's a different. It's not the same.
One's theatre. One's theatre. Really.
That's right. Very physical though, despite.
Oh, look, great athletes do.
Yes.
And hard work because they're touring all the time. Yeah. You got anything else?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Go.
See that?
What's that?
I had a laser fucking pigmentation removal. It got zapped on.
Was it cancerous or something?
No, it wasn't cancerous, but it was like an age spot.
Oh man, I'm covered in them. Look at me.
I didn't like it, so it wasn't as dark as that. It's dark because it's burnt basically. I zapped it with the laser.
I looked at I've got heaps of stuff
wrong with you.
Burnt off. Yeah. I want to get those blood vessels.
Did you get those warts burnt off?
Yeah, the blood vessels here lasered.
They can do that shit.
Oh yeah, I've had it done before. They come back.
Straining.
No, from being in the sun. This is all sun damage.
Right. That's because you're a pasty white pond underneath, deep down underneath it all.
It was also because when I was a teenager, my skin was so bad that I just wanted to have it. I always tanned to try and cover it up.
Right. Acne.
Oh yeah, you can see the scarring. So I'm still resentful at my parents because they took me to the GP and he said I was just a phase. And I had like horrific pustules.
Oh shit!
Really hit my self-esteem a lot.
Yeah, of course.
And
I'm sure it would have.
So we're using like Topex. Remember Topex?
Yeah.
It's like this shitty cream. Probably made your skin worse. So I used to just sit around the pool and tan myself the whole time trying to cover it up. And I just ran with it for the rest of my adult life.
Try makeup? What about makeup? You could cover it with makeup.
Yeah, that was only in the weekends.
Right.
With the suspenders. But so with Bianca's skin started breaking out when she hit puberty. So I took her straight to the skin
dermatologist
straight away.
And they sorted it out.
Well, this is the stuff they actually give. They give her it's retin A, which is a which is a form of vitamin A, strong vitamin A, which just dries that shit out.
Just smashes it, does it?
Because you don't look, and especially for a girl.
Yeah.
I know that might seem.
Aren't you a nice dad doing that?
Oh man, I don't want to go through the same thing I did.
Yeah.
You know. So I fucking stomped on that shit. Yeah.
You done your big prepping purchase from the supermarket?
Not yet. No, I haven't had time.
You were going to do that last weekend.
Have you?
No, I've got a few cans in the cupboard though.
A few other people I know are doing it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Actually stocking up on water and shit.
Yeah. Not so much water, but like non-perishables. Cans of.
I think it's good to have a certain number of days worth of food in the cupboards at all times. Or that sort of stuff. You know, a couple of packets of pasta, a few tins of tomatoes and tuna and beans or whatever the fuck you like.
Chocolate.
Probably, but I don't have any chocolate in my house now.
No. So what are the kids doing if you want a treat? They don't have anything. They suffer.
There are a few random leftover like ice creams in the freezer that I let them get through.
Right.
But they're all gone now.
Okay.
Yeah, like gay times.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have to ask. I didn't have to ask which one it was.
No, you didn't.
So yeah, I'm in a pretty good zone with my food.
Yep. Oh well, I'm up to day. What are we at now? 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah, must be
22, 24. Day 24.
Yeah. How much weight you lost now?
Oh, you know how I was at a bit of a cry to you the other day that my weight had gone up.
Yes.
At the gym. Well, it's gone back down, and I'm back on track now.
Yeah.
So
Just water.
Something. So at the 2 week mark, I was down 4.5 kilos. It bumped up a little bit, but now today I'm down 5 kilos in total. So it was up 800 grams, which is so I lost that 800 plus another half a kilo.
I use you as
I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Oh, it looks just probably the meat's still packed in your colon.
Yeah. And what about my weight?
No, I use you as an example with my clients because it's only a short time that you've been doing this, and you've already lost 4 or 5 kilos.
Yes.
And yet, it can be a very change should happen very quickly if you're compliant.
Yes.
It shouldn't take months and months.
No, it shouldn't.
So to lose 10 kilos should take 10, 12 weeks.
Yes.
If you're doing everything right. And anybody who's not losing that sort of weight is lying.
That's right.
It's just
yes,
cheating.
That is
it's
true.
It's 100%. There's no thyroid issue. They haven't got endometriosis, especially if they're a guy, and they're just cheating on their diet.
That's
and
right.
lying about it.
That's right. Look, you know what? In a week period of week, my weight went up 800 grams, and in that time, the 2 days prior to doing the weigh-in, I'd eaten crumbed chicken.
Yeah.
Piece like chicken tenders with crumbs on them.
Yeah.
Twice I'd had it for lunch.
Yeah.
And that's not part of the diet, the crumbs. So rather than fucking whinge too much or think I have to change something drastically, cut calories, I knew that what I decided was I would tighten up the diet, not have any more of that.
No.
But keep everything the same. Just eliminate those little small cheats, which really is what they were.
Yeah.
I was lazy and I thought, it's not so
Just
bad. And just in 3 days, I'm back on track.
Yes.
Because I've kept it tight.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a client that.
But hang on, I thought with that, I thought if next week's weigh-in is still shit,
Then something
right?
might
Then I'm going to have to do something else like increase some cardio, whatever, throw some more veggies in,
or
fucking
do some cardio.
Actually, more than just the once a week.
So I've got a client who said, they really apologetic. I blew the weekend, and I said, well, what happened? And he goes, well, it was date night. And I said, well, what do you do for date night? See, because when I'm dieting, date night means you can't schedule it around food. So you go to a movie or something like that, and you bring your food with you if you really.
Well, you eat before you leave home.
Exactly. There's ways around. He went to an Italian restaurant, so he's shot from the get go. And he said, I tried to order clean, but then
can you get a steak at an Italian restaurant?
We didn't. I don't know what he got, but. That
You got a fucking big plate of pasta.
So it's the same. It's the same as someone relapsing on drugs. They relapse and go, I don't know how this happened, but then you find out that they were hanging around the dealer's place, or they were visiting the person they used to use with.
Yes.
They talk in recovery. They talk about the relapse happens way before it actually goes.
It's not some unknown fucking reason. There's a linear association. It's a straight line.
That's right.
For the reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no fucking.
It's not a mystery.
No, it's not a mystery.
So yeah, I mean, and that's the ones he's told me about. So I mean, it's. So I'm not weighing myself, but I'm just checking the mirror. I'm just getting leaner.
Yes.
It's just. I guess we've done it so many times that we just know the process.
Yeah. And
I guess when people are doing it for the first time, it can be difficult to believe in the process.
Yes.
And I think that's
right.
But
no, it is because it's not immediate. You've got to put the first time you've got to put weeks into it before you anything even happens.
Yeah.
A good month at least.
I think so.
To see it.
Yeah.
Like I've lost 5 kilos, but I can't really see much of a difference.
Yeah. You just have to have faith, really.
I've still got back fat, which I'm really disappointed about. But I know that if I stick at it, in another month's time, there'll be significantly less.
Yeah, it's really. But it took me a long time to actually. I trained from 1990 to 96. I trained for 6 years, and was pretty fat by the end of it before I actually
ever did a diet to get.
And I always write them, and then this bodybuilder Dave Wong, who is a very
I know that name.
Yeah, Dave Wong.
Yeah,
very good bodybuilder. Won lots of national Miss Australias. Said to me, he's from Townsville. He said to me, "Mate, Steve, you just got to." Back then they had we've talked about it before, the Spirex nutrition books that had all the
Nutrition
foods,
panels.
Yeah, they had all the nutrition listed.
Yeah.
In a Spirex fold-out book,
yes.
and you have to look up the food, chicken breast, and go across the macros, and then I'd write it down. He said, buy one of them, work out your diet around 3,000 calories, pretty much most of it protein, a little bit of carbs, a little fat, and fucking stick to it. Do cardio twice a day, 2 sessions of half an hour cardio twice a day, and I was 108, and I got down to 83, and I was shredded. I mean, I was on a boatload of steroids as well, but I was fucking shredded. And it's funny, I went back to visit Dave months later, like probably 3 or 4 months later, in shape, and his missus didn't recognise me.
Wow.
She goes, hi, and I'm like, I can't remember her name. I was like, Steve, and she said, didn't recognise me.
Wow. It definitely changes your head shape.
But you have to actually put up or shut up, really. You think about people in the gym that you see that have been training for a year, for as long as we have, and they still look like a bag of shit.
Oh yeah. It's all about diet.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to be strict. Like, you know, I once spoke to Sam Karam about this, even though he is what he is.
Yeah.
He said, you know, we all train hard.
Yeah.
But it's the diet that gets you into that fucking upper echelon.
That's right.
That elite level. It's the diet.
And
it comes down to diet.
It's so simple as well. Because as you said, most people train. We can train hard.
But you can't.
You can't sidestep it.
What's not simple? Well, it is simple, but what's difficult is committing to it, the dedication, the commitment to it.
Yeah.
Being fucking by the book.
Yeah.
It's difficult. You've got too much temptation. We're too easily given to our desires.
Yeah. Bianca left. She often goes into the treat safe.
Yes.
And takes out something and leaves the door open. Now, if I know that if I look in it, I'll probably go and eat something.
Can't you just shut it?
Well, that's what I do. Exactly. That's what I do. So I shut it straight away and lock it straight away. I don't know the combos, so I can't get into it.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, she's more responsible.
Steve has a safe, an actual safe that you might put diamonds and cash in.
We don't have any of those.
And he's got all his fucking biscuits and
biscuits, Oreos. I did actually have a look, but I locked it. There was Oreos.
You know, you could surround me with Oreos. You could lay me in a bath full of Oreos, and I wouldn't eat one of them.
Really, you don't like them? Oh.
Mix them up with some vanilla ice cream, though. I'm fucking all over it. Crush them and mix them into ice cream.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I know it's good.
No, I can eat a packet. I can eat a packet of Oreos non-stop.
I couldn't. I wouldn't get any pleasure from that. But you leave me with fucking jam-filled cinnamon donuts or something.
Yeah, what are those things you're eating?
Syrup wafers.
Syrup wafers.
One day I'll feed you a syrup wafer.
Sounds orgasmic.
I'll feed you my syrup wafer, and you can tell me how pleasurable it is. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Sounds very enticing.
Anyway,
we've gone
subscribe to the channel.
The Push Podcast
For more
YouTube
life,
bitches.
For more life tips and rules for living your best life.
Or if you have any suggestions on living your best life tips that you'd like us to share on your behalf.
That's right, just send them in.
Send them in.
You can email us
on
the Push Podcast 2018 at gmail.com. You can DM us.
You can slide into our DMs.
Yeah. You can DM us. You can slide into our DMs on our Instagram page, the Push Podcast.
Or Steve Machine Curran. Or
actually, it's the Push _podcast, isn't it?
Push _podcast. Or Steve Machine Curran or Kev Big
Daddy
Daddy. Or you can, but also you should join the
Summer
Shred.
Yep.
Facebook group.
Stay tuned for more information on that.
Yep.
Just start tidying up your diet right now.
And we'll look amazing for summer.
That's it. Peace.
Peace out.